Okay, so literally as I'm preparing for this video, three crazy things happened. Or not three. Actually, no, three crazy things just happened. I was already going to do this video. I had this video planned from the start of the day. From like around 8 in the morning. I had this plan. Geno Smith to the Raiders. Crazy enough, we'll talk about that later. Levante David to the Bucks. We'll talk about that later as well. And it just happened 30 seconds before I started recording. I did not even have the image saved up for him. Gus Edwards got released from the Chargers. What a start to free agency already. I'm not really used to that, but hey. But what the hell? That's crazy. Gus Edwards. Okay, we're gonna talk about that first because I don't have the image saved up for him. Gus Edwards. Honestly, him being released, I don't know how good or bad that is. I didn't watch many Chargers games. I feel like though they lost a number one running back unless J.K. Dobbins doesn't get hurt next year. I don't know. I feel like Gus Edwards was the real number one on that team. I just hope J.K. can do well. I guess I don't know, but there goes Gus Edwards. Let's see where he'll go. I guess I don't know. Just that was unexpected. I thought they would keep him there for like at least a couple more years, but yeah. Starting off with the actual news now. So already for agency has a big frenzy going on here. It started 2-3 days ago, and now it's been building up. Today it's been absolutely wild. Commanders recently Bobby Wagner. I feel like that's a good idea. I mean, he still played well in his time with Washington. I thought he would regress a little bit. Because of how old he's getting, but no, he did pretty well. So I'm not surprised that the Commanders did this. Good move as well by them, keeping their defense steady. So pretty cool there. Next up you have is the Jaguars. Also, there's another receiver that I'm gonna go into later on right here. The Jaguars released Evan Ingram. I think this was a few days ago. I'm hoping. I think it is. I don't know, but the Jaguars released Evan Ingram. I don't know how much he did for that team, but I thought he seemed decent. I don't know. But the Jaguars ended up releasing Evan Ingram. There's another receiver from the Jaguars. I'll talk about that later in the video. But I'll go with Evan Ingram. So that's, I think, the tight end. So they're missing a tight end now. So let's see how they'll do from there. Next up was... this was the one I was talking about. The Texans are officially trading for Christian Kirk. Honestly, he's basically a worse version of Tank Dell. I had my friend E-Man in the morning in my first block. I asked him what his opinions were. He said it was a Tank Dell, but just worse. I mean, honestly, I could see it. They traded a 7th for him, which, okay. But the Texans getting him, I feel like that adds another name to their really good receiving core. I mean, you already have Stephon Diggs, first of all. Tank Dell, second of all. Who else do you have? There's another one I forgot. Mechie as well. There's Dalton Schultz. Like, the receiving core is stacked already. When the Texans getting Christian Kirk here. So that first 7th as well, a little bit cheaper than I thought. I thought they would go 6th or 5th. I don't know. But the Texans got Christian Kirk there. So yeah, next up was the Giants re-signing Tommy DeVito. I don't know how good that is. I don't know how bad that is. I mean, really, who is their actual QB? Is it Drew Lock? Is it Tommy DeVito? I have no idea at this point. The Giants are on the worst carousel right now, which is the QB carousel. I have no idea. I'm laughing at it, but at the same time, I feel bad. So yeah. Next up, we have is the Rams are agreeing to terms with Tutu Atwell. I feel like he's pretty decent. I just think he needs a little bit more time to like show who he is. I mean, I think he's pretty decent. I feel like this is a good move. Keep the receiving core like filled up. So well, I mean, I feel like he's decent. I think he's still developing. I have no idea how young he is, but I feel like as time goes on, I think he should get better. So, yeah, there's Tutu Atwell right there. Next up, the Chargers releasing Joey Bosa, which is very surprising to me. I thought they would keep him there for a few more years at least. I mean, he still looks pretty decent, which I can't lie. He still looks pretty decent in my opinion. It's just very surprising to see him get released by the Chargers. But interested to see who's gonna pick him up. Imagine the 49ers pick him up, both Bosa boys on the Niners team. Pretty interesting to look out for there, but honestly very surprising. They just released Edwards like a few minutes ago too. Let's see where that go. Where that will go. I mean, I just did not expect this. What are they? I guess they're trying to clear cap space. I have no idea. Next up, the Eagles are re-signing Zach Bond, which after the year he had, I'm not surprised. That's a good move by the Eagles right there. Keeping a good part of their defense as well. So, yeah, actually, speaking of that, I think that's not the next one, right? No, it's not. The Raiders, though, they extended Max Crosby, which I think is a very good move in my opinion. The Raiders' defense already is just missing a good amount of names. I feel like Max Crosby going with the system with Pete Carroll, I feel like that's a good move for the Raiders there. So moving on, we have the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks is an interesting one because Their downfall has been shown the past few days. They released Tyler Lockett. I'll get to Metcalf and to Geno Smith later. Lockett, I mean, yeah, he's getting older, but at the same time, he's still pretty decent. I mean, he hasn't put up the numbers, obviously, to show it, but I think he still looked pretty decent. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's been in the league for 10 years now, but seeing the Seahawks release him was very surprising to me. I don't know. That's one core receiver the Seahawks have lost, so there's that right there. Next up we have is actually another one for the Raiders. They're releasing Gardner Minshew, which, honestly, Gardner, I think he just lost all the sauce he had, in my opinion. I mean, he was pretty decent on the Jaguars. He was okay on the Eagles, I guess. With the Colts, I have no idea. With the Raiders, I have no idea either. I think he got injured, and yeah. I think that's just it for his career. I mean, I just don't think he should go anywhere. I feel like he should just retire. Obviously, I'm not telling him to retire. I'm not saying he's... I'm not saying like, hey, retire already. God damn, we're tired of you. No, I'm just saying, I feel like it's going to a point where he should consider retirement. I mean, I don't think football's in his game anymore, but if he wants to keep playing, so be it. It's all right. Next up, that was an awful thing ever. Sam Hubbard announcing his retirement. Honestly, pretty key player on the Bengals defense. The Bengals defense, even though it was really bad this year, I mean, he was still pretty decent on the Bengals defense, and now Bengals defense loses yet another good player. I mean, the Bengals defense is just growing weak within the second at this point. Sam Hubbard, I remember him for getting that 99-yard fumble recovery touchdown in the playoff game against the Ravens. It was pretty cool there. Yeah, but this just shoots the Bengals in the foot more with that defense because of how many points they put up. I mean, they scored 30 points, but they allowed 40-some, 50-some, and oh my god, dude, just crazy. But yeah, well wishes to Sam Hubbard. Cool there. The Bengals are good. Next up we have is another retirement. I don't know why I have so many retirements on here. Mason Crosby announced his retirement from the Packers as well. I mean, he was a good kicker. I don't know what really else to say about him. I don't think he got washed at any point in time. Yeah. There are some games where he was awful, but at the same time, he was still pretty good. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. He's Brett Maher-like, but he's better. But he announced his retirement, so pretty cool to see that. I mean, he's a really recognizable name. I mean, he broke my heart in 2017 in the playoffs, so yeah, as a Cowboys fan. Moving on, the Saints are releasing Jamal Williams, which, is that a good move? I have no idea. Honestly, I haven't really kept track of how he's done the past few years. I have no idea. Let's see what Kellen Moore does with that running game. Let's see. Next up, okay, this one's another one. The Eagles are extending Saquon Barkley. So, I mean, it's not surprising. He put out the best rushing game ever. The best rushing season ever. So, I'm not surprised they want to keep him. I thought he would be past his prime. No, he's barely in his prime, which is going to be scary to everybody else. What a year Saquon had. What a year, man. He's going to be first overall in fantasies all over the world. So, all over the country, my bad. All over the country, everyone's going to be picking him first. So, I'm not surprised. Cool to see Saquon finally get his moments. I mean, he was wasted on the Giants, but thankfully his potential's still there. So, nice. Next up was the Jets releasing Devontae Adams. I'm not surprised here. Although I'm a little surprised they're releasing Devontae instead of Devontae just walking out. I mean, Rodgers is already gone. I think there's another receiver who wanted to leave as well. I forgot who it was. But Devontae leaving, this is, how many teams was he on last year? The Raiders, I have no idea what else. But he was with the Raiders, Jets, and someone else, I think. I don't know. But he's been bouncing around teams like that. I don't know. But, honestly, a little bit surprising. Well, not surprising at the same time, but Jets are also in the trenches right now. I would hate to be a Jets fan. I feel my prayers to all you Jets fans right now. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Next up, okay, the Cowboys doing smart moves in free agency. Hell froze over. I mean, they desperately need to do this. I mean, they cleared $56 million off cap space. I think CeeDee Lamb got extended too, for 2 years. Actually, I have no idea. Or they restructured his contract. I don't know. But the Cowboys doing smart moves in free agency. I mean, it just shocks me. I swear. They have one bad year, and now they finally know what to do. They went all in last year. And they went 7-10. I don't even know what it feels like anymore to be a Cowboys fan. I really just want to forget about it until September at this point. They're extending Osa Odighizuwa. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, the defense, honestly, the defense throughout the last part of last season wasn't too bad. At the same time, it was really bad. It was an in between. There was no in between. It was either really good or really bad. One game was really good, one game was really bad. I don't know. But this is a good move, somehow, by the Cowboys. Somehow. Next up, we have the Commanders are releasing Jonathan Allen, which honestly kind of shocks me, but at the same time it doesn't. Wait, I don't know why it wouldn't shock me. I don't know. They're keeping Bobby Wagner. They're getting Jonathan Allen out of there. So interesting there. Let's see what happens to that Washington defense. I mean, I don't know. I still feel like they won't be bad. I just feel like they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose a good part of it. Or he's a good player. That's what I mean. I don't even know. He doesn't carry that much of it, but he's pretty good. So just losing him would have some sort of effect. I don't know. And this one that just happened at least 20 minutes ago now, I'm pretty sure, because I started recording this video 10 minutes ago. So 20 minutes ago, this happened. The Raiders are trading for Geno Smith. So with DK wanting a trade, with Tyler Tyler getting released, there is your number one QB. You have Sam Howell. No, you cannot have Sam Howell. You need a QB. Geno's gone. So I feel like with the Raiders, I feel like this is finally a good move. Aiden O'Connell, I don't think is the answer at all. Gardner was never the answer. I feel like this now could be a good settling point for the Raiders having a QB, especially with Geno going back with Pete Carroll. I feel like that's a pretty good move. So that's a great move for the Raiders. I feel like the Raiders have a chance to be good. I mean, I have no idea, but I think so. Sorry. Next up, Buccaneers are re-signing Levante David, so I think a 1-year deal. This happened 15 minutes ago. I feel like that's a good move for that Tampa Bay defense. Keep it strong, keep it healthy. So yeah. Levante David, going back to the Bucs. Nice. And that's going to be it for this video, everybody. Thank y'all for watching this 12-minute frenzy of signings, releasings, tradings, and all that. I mean, it's pretty insane there. I can't lie. But that'll do it for this one. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I'm going to do more of these videos. This is going to be insane. I feel like this offseason is going to be insane. So, yeah. I will not be doing a draft video. No. But I'm doing free agency stuff. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.